Check, check. You know who I am.
It's DJ VR. Talking about the best rap. Money earning.
You do know I am.
Relax and take notes.
Hey, who are you?
I don't know who you Negroes
Hey,
are.
Rello, who is he?
I don't know who you Negroes are.
This Mr. 4K?
I thought we was friends.
Oh, we buddies.
I thought we was friends. I don't know who these Negroes are. Google. Now, come on, bro. You go and get your fade, bro. No, go and get this fade.
Go ahead and
Go and get this fade.
No fighting on set. No fighting on set.
Hey, bro, I missed y'all. I missed y'all.
See, after what? How many weeks?
2.
2 weeks.
2.
His finger gets better.
His finger better. He come back off vacation. First of all.
I thought y'all niggas was my friends.
TV.
Anyway, Best Conversations Podcast. What's up, man? It's Killer TV.
What's your name? What's your nickname?
Mr. 4K.
Hey, Rello, what's his name?
Mr. 4K, also known
That
as
ain't-
Black Boy.
There you go.
Hey, Killer be the name. Don't ask how I got it.
Don't ask.
You know what I
Don't
mean?
ask how he got it though.
Don't ask how I got it. All right. And you know what something else I wanted to clear up?
What you want to do?
Miss Google approved of my time off.
Oh, yeah.
She approved of my PTO.
Yeah, for sure.
No. Let's get some straight. I approve of a Wu-Tang concert. I did not approve of a vacation. No one told me they had an anniversary and they was taking a wife out. I would have
Miss
approved
Google
it,
production.
but we didn't know that. We knew
I thought Google
Wu-Tang.
approved my PTO.
No, I
man.
approved Wu-Tang.
Look, you might want to talk to HR about that.
For sure.
You might have a
So when
write
your
up
check
waiting.
come up short, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Might have a write up waiting for you though. I don't know.
Lord.
Who's this young man
Who
right
is
here
this
to my
guy? Who
right?
is this guy?
It's your boy, man. The wild card, the crazy one. I love y'all. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's
Mr. Rello
Rello.
Prince.
Hello.
What's happening, world?
And you got to know what this is.
This is Miss Google production.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
All right, man. Best Conversations Podcast. I have missed y'all so much, and I am so glad to be back. It's been a very productive couple of weeks. Like they said, I went to the little Wu-Tang concert. Wife was on, me and my wife did a little anniversary.
Come on, you was at that improv.
Man.
Yeah, happy anniversary. You was at that improv too.
Yeah, we was.
You had a ball there, you man.
Man, we living, man.
So, other than that, what was vacation like though?
Yeah, what was it like?
Did you just kick your feet up and I do?
What
I
happened?
was chilling, man. I was chilling, man. But wellness check, man. How everybody been, man?
I'm straight.
VI just came off a little vacation.
Yeah, a little light joint. It wasn't too crazy, but a little light. Yeah.
You want to
Light
say,
joint, he said.
look, these
Yeah,
niggas
little-
taking vacations and we
Wasn't
the
really-
one busting our asses.
It wasn't
though.
really a vacation. It was like
It's
a
okay.
staycation.
Because when my check looks better than yours, my money's gonna be right.
I know that's right.
Google, how was your week?
My week was very good. Like, a lot of stuff happened in my life, but it was all good.
That's what I'm talking
Even the
about.
bad stuff was good.
Right.
Yeah, even the bad stuff was good. Because it's a lesson learned. And long as you're learning from everything you do in life, that's all that matters.
That's a big fact.
That's a big fact.
I'll tell you that.
All right,
that's hard,
Let's get it.
Wait,
Let's
I
get
didn't
it.
say nothing.
All right, Best Conversations Podcast, episode 91. You know what I mean? Feels good to be back.
What's some good things that happened in '91?
I remember one of the years the Bulls won the championship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Bulls.
Shout
Yeah.
to MJ.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
all
can't
that.
see it, but V, I got a Ben Gordon jersey hanging up in here.
Yeah, shout out to BG, man.
Most dove. There was
Absolutely.
another couple great albums that dropped that year.
91? I woke up on hip hop in 91. That was
I
just
think
way
Fat
too early for
Joe
me.
was buzzing.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah,
Yeah,
91
Joe was
Fat
buzzing.
Joe was buzzing.
Yeah.
That whole Terror Squad camp was creeping in
Yeah.
with loud records too.
Yeah, loud. Yeah.
That
facts.
loud records. What was the other one? Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy was
Tommy
it.
Boy was coming up.
Fuck Tommy Boy, that label just sucked.
Yeah.
That was words
Tommy
of
ain't my motherfucking man.
You talking about me?
Oh, no. Tommy ain't my
That's
motherfucking
Tommy
boy.
Boy. They ain't gonna, nigga. You saying fuck people that can actually touch us. You know what I mean? Fuck Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. Nah.
Shouts out to Jeff though. What's up, Jeff? I see you, B.
All right, man. Before we get started, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast, man. We continue to build this thing up from the ground up. You know, Google, say what you said earlier, Google. I like that what you said.
All right, so earlier we was talking about this is
Your baby.
my baby.
Right.
And it's not.
Right.
Killer TV's been doing Best Conversation for a couple of years.
Correct.
Now.
Yeah.
I remember meeting him. I remember being on his show a couple of times. I think we had the livest stream show that one time. And I also remember doing the 50th with him. So this was already something that was growing. So like I was telling him, it's his baby. I'm just raising it. I'm stepmom.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job.
So let's
Thank
give
Hell
it
of a
up.
job.
You're doing a hell of a
Claps
job.
up to Google.
Miss Google.
This is
And one
Miss
time-
Google production.
And she ain't here tonight. We shout out
Shout out to the shooter.
Shout out to Shanti the shooter. We got another shooter in here too. So
Yeah.
so
He's looking.
we got another shooter.
Yeah, we
in
got
here.
another shooter in the
All
building.
right. We got another dope show for y'all tonight. We ain't gonna hold y'all, but oh yeah, church announcements. Thank you, super producer
Damn,
Miss
VR,
Google.
that's
We like 2 weeks away.
unusual.
We 2 weeks away.
2 weeks.
You already know what this is.
The villains den. The villains den.
That promo's hot and heavy right now, ain't it?
Pull up, man.
Yeah. Old
Promo in the
McPherson.
streets right now.
Yeah.
Tell
Make
you
su-
now.
Make sure y'all pull up a couple of weeks. October
2?
15th to the villains den.
Yeah.
910-336. Everybody. 252-828. The whole state of North Carolina. Matter of fact, let's holler in South Carolina. Y'all come up too.
Everybody come
Everybody.
Yeah, we
VA.
got someone coming from SC.
Yeah.
Got it.
See, exactly. SC pull up. Tennessee pull up. VA
Yeah.
pull up.
Pull up.
East Coast pull up.
Pull up.
You know what I mean?
Pull up. Get
Yeah.
your tickets. Get your tickets.
For real. Get your tickets on Eventbrite right now. Villains Den. LLC.
All right.
No games.
Google, question of the week. What we got going on before we bring our guests out?
All right. Once again, I had the team pick a number. It's not on me.
Let's do it.
What's your most embarrassing moment in grade school?
I want you to say yours. I want you to say yours.
Okay. I have so many.
That's my brother.
Relax.
I want you
So-
to tell that one we've been talking about for the past couple weeks.
I don't know what you're talking about, but my most embarrassing is, so around, I don't know what grade you're finding yourself, so you're not really putting on deodorant every day.
Yeah.
As
facts.
you
As
should.
you should.
As you should.
But
so you,
but is this at the time where you don't have hair or you have hair?
I don't even know. I don't think I even had hair.
All right, so
What
no
grade
hair.
was you in?
That-
Do
so
you
it's
remember?
different. It's
It's
different.
different.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm like, damn. I'm like 7th grade, 6th, 7th, I think like 6th grade. And y'all remember the Tussie? Like the
Yeah.
Tussie.
You had to like put your finger in it
Ooh.
Yeah.
and put it on there. So that's what my mama gave us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember.
So
I know what you about to
so
say.
this day I forgot to put the Tussie on.
Oh.
Rough day, via.
Ooh, sweaty?
Oof. I tried everything to get them armpits to stop stinking. That was like the worst day of my life.
Let me guess. You tried the hand soap in the bathroom?
And
Everything.
the hand soap in the bathroom, everything, nothing was working. Nothing was working. But that day taught me a valuable lesson. I never forgot to put deodorant on
After that,
day.
facts.
Boy, I remember, and we had a fucking
In the mirrors?
not in the mirrors. What's the thing where all the kids come together? It's like a
Oh,
war
like the president and
Assembly.
national.
assembly. We
Okay,
had an
okay.
assembly that day, and I remember like a teacher coming in like, "Woo woo, somebody stink." You know, my arms was like this the whole day.
Down. Yes, sir.
My chest was like this the whole day.
Down.
So yeah, that's my most embarrassing grade school story.
what you
Y'all
got,
guys,
Rollo?
what you got, Rollo?
It's funny that you said Tussie.
Mm-hmm.
Mine happened with Tussie. I put deodorant on that day, but if you were born like in the late 80s or mid 80s, you don't know what Tussie really did.
Right.
I put that joint on, had in the mirrors or whatever. Put it on, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I ain't
Right.
gonna stink. But they don't tell you about the side effects that shit
Yeah.
have. That shit leave rashes under your armpits. I remember having that shit. Went played ball that morning. Probably about second period. I'm walking around school like this.
You couldn't even move your arms.
And the joints was like
Raw.
burning. It was like
The joints
raw.
was
It was like
raw.
raw. And it's just like Of course, I ain't had no hair on my armpits at the time. That joint's just raw. And I'm just like, if I put my arms down, this shit gonna hurt like hell. And it's just like, it's an undescribable feeling, though. Like, that's why I was like, that was that first. Well, I ain't gonna say the first time I used Touchy, but that was the last time I used it. I promise you that.
So the cool guy. We got a cool guy. He don't really be saying nothing too
All
crazy.
right,
we gonna get into my story.
We need an embarrassing moment by V. He always too cool.
Let's do it. 6th grade, boom, in class. You know, I had one of them chairs with the 3 slots in it, and everybody used to do the lean back, and you just hold it, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm in the class. I'm like, see my friends, they back there. You know, they chilling in the chair, like, you know what I mean, with faded back. And I remember the teacher was like, y'all better stop doing that. What your man do? Sit back in the chair.
Fell back.
And fell back, hit my head on the desk behind me.
Ooh.
So it was all bad. The class, the whole year, teased me.
Well, I know you let that one down.
That was bad.
They probably talked about that back in the 7th grade and all that.
Man, some people still call me and talk about, hey, man, how your head doing?
Google, you got one before we bring our guests out.
So the whole time y'all been talking, I've really been thinking, and I really didn't have no embarrassing moments.
She was the popular girl in school.
No, I wasn't. I was the nerd / goth girl. Don't judge me.
My name is not God, so it's not my job to judge you.
Oh, you took that way too serious.
I've
been joking all night. Now you want to get serious.
You took that the wrong way. Damn.
Anyways, so if I had to think of one moment, it has to be in high school. I want to say 9th grade. I'm on the track team, and I'm learning how to do hurdles.
Ooh. This don't sound good.
So anybody who watched track know you go over the hurdle, one leg straight, one leg bent, and you jump over 10 for the 100-meter. I've been practicing all day. I'm out there with the whole team, and I think soccer was out there, softball. I've been practicing all day. Everything's fine. So now it's time to line up and do it with the gun. Get in my stance. I'm all good. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm 9th grade, so I'm in the best shape of my life. I go to hit the first hurdle. My back foot gets stuck on the hurdle, and I go straight down.
Ooh.
I broke the hurdle. I landed so hard.
Oh, wow.
Now, like I said, it's the track team. Now, I'm in 9th grade, so I have all these upperclassmen I'm trying to impress.
Right.
I have the track team, I have the softball team, I have the soccer team out there all at the same time. And I go straight down on the pavement. But here's the thing. I landed in the position you're supposed to go over the hurdle in. So I have one leg straight and I have one leg bent behind me when I land.
Ooh.
So, of course, the coach runs over there and he's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, do not move me, because I do not want to see these people's faces when I get up, because I know they're going to laugh at me.
Okay.
I was like, just let me lay here, let me get my composure, because I was embarrassed.
Right.
But I get back up, and I was just shocked that most of the upperclassmen that do hurdles like, oh, don't worry, you'll break some more. It's all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that will probably have to be my most embarrassing moment.
All right. Well, Google, while you already talking, let's switch it up. Let you bring the guest out tonight.
Oh no.
No.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right.
Oh
So
yes.
the gentleman that's coming out reached out to us saying he wants to get on this show. I listened to it, and I definitely wanted him to come on because he's different from what we normally do.
Okay.
He is someone that I think is going to make a difference in this world, and I'm happy he stopped by the show and show us his craft. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Suave the Poet.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Yep.
So with it.
Yep. Yep.
Just blame Rello the bartender for that one.
Uncle brother named Merkside. Flood the scene and went worldwide. Skip the porch and went outside.
Yes, sir. What's good, my guy?
I'm just happy to be here.
Hey,
That's what's up.
That's
It's been a real long day for me.
Yeah, man. Speaking of your long day, you do a cookout or a type of event today, right?
Yeah, community cookout, give back
Community
program.
cookout. Speak on that. Speak on that and what all transpired with that today.
So at Brentwood Elementary off of Bingham Drive, I had a little community event where we gave back. We cooked hot dogs and hamburger sausages on the grill. Gave chips, cookies, toothbrushes, toothpaste, toys to the kids. We set up like a little beer pong, technically, a little table. We called it a prize pong though. So it was water in the cups. And like basically, I put my logo stickers on the bottom of burgers. If you got one, then you got a chance to shoot 3 times. If you made it, you won whatever prize was on the bottom. We was giving away Amazon gift cards, Food Line gift cards, gas gift cards, Fayetteville State homecoming tickets. So it's just a whole bunch of different things we were doing, basically just to give back to the community because I'm from Bingham Drive. That's where I was raised at.
Okay.
So it's like now that I do what I do and I travel and do the spoken word and just mentorship in schools all across the country and just different things, I just felt it was time like to do something in Fayetteville, and I had to do it, where I feel like nobody really shows love to, which is Bingham. So I got in touch with the principal at Brentwood. She was all for it. I started getting donations from people, and we put it on. So, I mean, it came out real well, but I've been running since like early this morning, and we were trying to play the game of, are we going to cancel? Are we not going to cancel? Because, the weather from hurricane. So it was a lot. It was stressful. The last month, that's pretty much been all I've been focusing on. So I've been turning down gigs and just different things. And so I'm losing out on money just to give back to the community, but it's just what I felt was right for me to do, so that's what I did.
What's up, man?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man, round of applause for you.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Giving back to the community, man, which is so important. And, I wish, more people would do things like that. All right, man. Best Conversations podcast, man. We like to go back and then bring it forward. That's what we like to do. So let's start from the beginning. Where are you from?
I'm from Fayetteville. So yeah, I got like I was telling you earlier, I got roots in Philly and South Carolina. But for the most part raised in Fayetteville. So
word. And what take me back, like the childhood. What's mama playing growing? Like what's the soundtrack? What's mama playing there? What's hanging up in the room? What's going on? What's going on in the childhood?
So funny story. Well, not funny story, but just like I was born in the projects, Eagle Nest, across the water over in Eastover. That's where I was staying until I was about 3-4 years old. And then that's when we moved to Bingham. When we moved to Bingham, I mean, just a little small house, realistically paid for by the government, that's that kind of lifestyle. But my mom was she's a manager at a hotel, so they gave her bare minimum pay. But I mean, the lifestyle she lived there, we kept a very clean household, chore board on the wall. My mama was strict. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm talking about Monday through Thursday. I ain't allowed to go outside. I ain't allowed to watch TV unless it's TV with them. I can't play video games unless it's like a special occasion. Nothing. It was like chores, homework. On Friday, I had to do my chores, and then I was free for the weekend. Yeah. But Monday through Thursday, I was on lockdown. That was my life growing up for real.
Boy, that sounds like Scotland County right there with us. For real. Like, for real.
So how do you maneuver me in the early part of our life? We was living in the projects as well, and I'm always impressed of people that make it out of those circumstances good. So what was the motivation to not go left and go right, or maybe did you go left, or how did you make it out of them circumstances unscathed and you still here?
I just feel like a lot of people become a product of an environment. So it's kind of like what you're saying, like some people go left. Most people that go left, they just get comfortable with those situations. And they're like, okay, well, this is what I know. This is what I've been taught. So this is what I'm going to do. For me, it was vice versa. It was like, okay, so this is how I grew up. I want to be the opposite. But it's like growing up in that situation. And, my mom and dad tried to do everything they could for me, right? And like it's not like I lived a terrible lifestyle by any means, but it really got bad when they split. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the finances split. And that's what really, things kind of got a little, rocky or whatever. But for me, it was just a motivation to not ever be in those type of situations. And I got kids, so it's like, nah, I want y'all to live the best life. And then it was like, but when you have a mom that's that strict, and you live your whole life like that, then eventually when you get a little bit taste of freedom, or when you start stealing freedom, whatever you want to call it.
Because I was going to ask that question. I was going to ask that question.
You go crazy.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Yeah.
You got a little taste of it, you go crazy.
You go crazy. That's right.
Or word? Like, that's what that is?
Push it to the limit.
When my dad left the house, like, I wanted to go with my dad, but my mom, she had like a little, she had a little control thing, no disrespect, but that's what she had. She had a little control thing, so I was the leverage.
Any siblings?
I got a lot of siblings. I only got one just by my mom, not by my dad though. And then by my dad, I got 5 sisters. So.
Okay.
And I got one sister the same age as me, like 2-3 months apart. Like.
Oh wow.
I got another question for the room.
Yeah.
Vi, you got any siblings? Because I've been wanting to ask you that.
I'm the baby. So I got 3 older siblings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Google?
I'm the baby, but by my mom, I have an older sister. By my dad, there's a rumored baby in Germany from when he was stationed there.
That ain't rumor. That's facts. Ain't no rumor. I'm killing the rumor for you today. What's the day? 10-1. I'm killing the rumor for you. It's not a rumor. It's facts.
So after my father passed away, they was going through his stuff. So it's not like he said it on his deathbed, like a deathbed confession, but no one believed him because he was dying.
Right.
But when they was going through their stuff, they found a picture of him and a woman from Germany, then a picture of a baby with just a first name on it. So we're guessing based off that, yeah, but we don't have like information to find him.
Oh,
It's facts. Was he in the military?
Yes.
It's facts. Sign. You got the paperwork? I'll sign it right now.
Damn. I don't know how. Look, I don't know how we should feel about that because I'm military too, but nah.
I'm probably military. That's what I'm saying. It's facts.
Word.
Stamp.
Word.
Oh, I'm sure it's facts. It's just I'm the kind of like I want to find him, but I don't want to do 23 and all that.
Yeah,
like,
all that
wanna
crazy
find
stuff.
him and be like, look, you're not alone. Like he left me too. So like we got something we can bond on. But it'll be cool that I have a brother in Germany.
Right.
So what's
Autobahn.
So high school? What high school you went to?
71st.
71st. Our basketball team used to be super good. Are they still
Especially
good?
when I was there. They
Who
basketball. I
you
think
play?
they're still straight. I ain't play. I'm saying when I went there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I graduated in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you young.
Yeah.
14?
14. I'm 26.
Don't be like
Yeah,
that.
back in the day, 71st was a killer.
I heard
Yeah,
71st was a
definitely.
monster.
We always been that way though. Like it's just sometimes you might have an off season for the most part, just kind of stay consistent.
Right.
Football is the one where you might have 3 good years, then 2 bad, then 4 good. Like they usually have more breaks and not goodness or whatever than the basketball team. Basketball we usually pretty consistent.
So who was you? Who was Andre in high school?
Oh, I was Mr. Popularity, like for real. Yeah.
Popularity.
So I won homecoming Prince, homecoming King. I was in like the pageants, like runner up and that. Mr. Photogenic, just a lot of different things. I won multiple superlatives. I was in all the clubs. You know what I'm saying? I had all the ladies. Like that was me. But I was.
I had no
because of my
superlatives.
upbringing, like with the Monday through Thursday, that kind of like phased out a little bit during high school. I mean, she really didn't have an option no more.
Right.
So I started doing what I kind of wanted to do, like on the low. But because of my upbringing, I still had like a 4.0. I was in all the honors classes and things like that. So, I was a smart, popular guy.
My boy said he was outside.
And look, I'm talking about my mama. It was times where she started working night shift. Boy, she messed up.
Oh shit.
Look, what's it called? Me and my homeboy Chop, we used to go in there to a liquor cabinet, and we poured in water bottles, and then we pour a little bit of water in her bottles, trying to see like just a little bit, so like she wouldn't taste the dilution. Yeah. And my mama don't drink straight, so she always made mixed drinks. So it's like, how you gonna know?
Right.
Yo, so the answer this question. You think she ever find out, or she ever?
Oh no, she know.
Still
She told me. She told me. She told me.
She know y'all was scheming from the top.
I want to say maybe either shortly after graduation or sometime in my senior year, she told me, she was like, I been knew what you doing. She was like, that's why I moved my liquor bottles. And then she was like, and then the other thing was the next door neighbor was telling her all the times that I was bringing females
in
over.
the house. Yep.
And it was like,
so you
she
was trapped. You was doomed, bro.
She would never say anything. So it was like I got a pass because the next door neighbor was an older lady.
Right.
And she kept telling my mama, like begging her, like, I'm just telling you this so you know. But I
say
don't
nothing.
want you to ever say anything because then he gonna know you gonna say I don't want to feel any type of way.
Right.
So she never said that to me. So it was like, mama knew, but you know what I'm saying? Like at that point, she was like,
it is what it is.
Hit the streets and
grown.
live.
Yeah, he grown now.
All right. Since we talk about school, you heard our question of the week. What's your most embarrassing grade school? Anything embarrassing? I know you was popular.
He Mr. Popular. He ain't had nothing bad.
I had embarrassing moments. What's it called? But it wasn't in high school. It wasn't in high school.
What was it?
I think my turn for popularity started in high school, like 9th grade. Like it was like I had popular friends in middle school, but I felt like I was the outcast of those popular friends. Like you know what I'm saying? I was just getting my foot in there. Because back to kind of like the beginning when we talked about the community cookout I did earlier, I feel like Bingham don't get no love. And staying on Bingham, I felt like there was like no popular kids on Bingham. Like we were kind of like the ghetto kids or whatever you want to call it, right? So I had to try to, get in with the people who already knew people and knew people that knew people. But in 8th grade, it was this girl chick that she was like, I was feeling her. And she was like, you ain't got no Jordans? You know what I'm saying? I had the Tupac Machiavelli money shoes, the gold joints that you get from Shoe Show for $25. She talking about you ain't got no Jordans? And she like that was like her stipulation to date me.
Right.
So I had to go get some Jordans. But I got the barbershop Jordans, right? I had the barbershop Jordans and she didn't know no better. So it was like she wanted me to have Jordans but didn't know no better. Right. So she was cool with it. So she gave me a chance, boom, boom, boom. But then like some of the kids that, I thought was like my friends or whatever, they said, oh, hey, those is fire. Where you get those from? I thought they was being serious, but the whole time they was joning on me.
Right.
Oh, man.
And it was like, and I'm saying, bro, no lie, I lied. I was like, man, I got these from Foot Locker just this weekend. Knowing I got them from the barbershop. Right. But the whole time they was real sneakerheads, so they knew.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They knew what dropped over the weekend and stuff.
I was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? When I realized and they started laughing or whatever, I was like.
But believe it or not, in that whole era, you shouldn't have been embarrassed. But at the same time, it was at that moment.
Right, but it was like I feel like so many people was wearing the barbershop Jordan. So it was like, but because they parents had money, right. They didn't have to wear the barbershop Jordans, you know what I'm saying? They weren't shopping at the flea market. Yeah. So like, I mean, hey, it just was what it was. But yeah, that was probably one of my most embarrassing moments I can think of.
All right. Best Conversations podcast, man. We here with Suave the Poet. We're going to keep getting into his journey. But we're going to take a quick music break with the legendary. They calling you legendary
I'm
now,
legendary.
my brother.
A legend.
I'm a legend now.
You're a legend.
That's what Benny said.
Yeah. The legend, DJ VI, going to hit us with the tunes.
Let's go.
Back in a second.
Now with 5 people, fobble, fumble, tumble, dribble, nibble. That you flip, you hit, you flow water, so bring it bold and paddle. I'm nicer than the mud.
That's hard, B.
This is for the killers, 41 millimeters, the bezel crushers. Haters discuss us, ladies to lust us, dying to touch us, but they cowards and suckers, begging to crush us, to put no one above us. Money yearning, my burning, I want the world to love us. So here we go, but really, yo, but you ain't hear me though. $500,000 calls up in my video, you're local, I'm global. Force my hand to reload, watch me at gold, then crash land right in your zip code.
I could if I would, but I can't, I'm hot. Even my old fans like, oh man, stop. I could if I would, but I can't, I'm hot. Soon as I step out the booth, the canvas pops. I could if I would, but I can't, I'm hot. Even my old fans like, oh man, stop. I could if I would, but I can't, I'm hot.
Yo, lyrical acrobat, in fact, I attack Mike, murder 7 up, developed a kill skill in the cat, combat exact, put the hill on the map, he did that, thunder get busy, you know where I'm at, so name another that, walk like I, talk like I, rep New York like I, last of the fly guys, I mesmerize, don't ever try, to go against, I be on, I got too many styles, now we gon' move them in and out without a doubt, burning for those concerned, and I make it storm when it's a drought, money under the couch, so don't open your mouth. Lyrical AK spray, I want all of the clout.
I could if I would, but I can't, I'm hot. Even my old fans like, oh man, stop. I can. I'm hot. Goddamn, I'm still the man to watch.
Yes. Best Conversations podcast. We back.
Oh, that's hard, VI. That's hard, VI.
That was hard, VI.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Osborne, man. Shout out to Osborne, Mount Vernon.
We back with Suave the Poet. My brother. We ain't never had no poet in here, so we usually had these hardcore rapper niggas in here. So
Nigga door type shit.
so it's a relief.
Yeah,
you
like
know
I seen James Vader on here. That's why I seen it, like, 'cause he
Yeah.
posted it. So, yeah.
4,700.
Shouts out to 47. James,
But you ain't too good because you a toxic nigga because you got the toxic collection. Talk about the toxic collection. What is that?
Well, now see, you thought you had me, but I'm about to flip it on you real quick. You ready?
Got him.
All right, so boom, Toxic Tales is a whole series, right? We just recently released part 2, right? A little more into that is actually that's gotten me into the short film world, right? That was not the plans, right? It was like just me doing poetry, but we can get back on that. I'm gonna just go ahead and finish the thought about the Toxic Tales, right? But we just recently released part 2, so Toxic Tales is gonna be a 4-part series. Excuse me. 3 hopefully to release in December, and then 4 I'm looking about next March, right? But Toxic Tales is about how today's society, social media has influenced toxic relationships. You know, like the futures of the world and just different things. And it's like women love it. You know what I'm saying? Like some might bash them, but it's like the agenda is pushed so heavily. And just social media in general has given us this false reality of relationships. Marriage is the whole nine, whether it's what they look like or that they shouldn't happen or just different things. So Toxic Tales is feeding into that just to like unravel it at the same time. But so Toxic Tales part 1 is like, okay, how you meet a lady, you feed her something smooth, like, you know, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell her what she want to hear. And then slowly as y'all enter into whatever relationship or situationship, or as I like to call it, sexualizationship, right? That's actually in Toxic Tales Part 1. That's my word I made up, stamped, all right?
Got it.
But then it gets into how, you know, he slowly starts to reveal who he is. The woman has a little bit of toxic traits just coming out, and they start to get into more of a sex type of, you know, relationship versus love and just that and the third. But they're kind of falling in love with each other. Like, it's just all out messy and toxic. And then part 2 is the same thing. So it's got 3 scenes in part 2. And the first scene and second scene are just flashbacks of the third scene. Like, it's kind of like I'm going crazy because it's like I finally tried to leave this toxic relationship, but I keep thinking about her. So it's like I'm moving on with somebody else, but I keep envisioning her as them, and I'm trying to have sex with them, but I see her face, and then, you know, it's like I'm trying so hard to leave, and then next thing I know, I pop up at the door at 1 a.m.
Why do the toxic relationships always have the best pussy? Rella, why?
That's what
Wait a minute. Pause.
Facts.
Whoa.
All the toxic relationships always have the best pussy.
Pause. I'm not gonna let y'all slide with that one.
No.
Hell no.
No. I would love to answer that one. Boy.
Let's Google talk. Let Google talk.
Ooh.
Crazy women has the best pussy.
And toxic.
No.
Bullshit.
Crazy women are the toxic women. What
Exactly.
are you saying?
So,
It's hand in
Toxic
hand.
men
So
come
I'll
with
talk to
good
her.
dicks. So don't put it all on us.
I thought the broke man got the best.
There you
No, hell no. I've never heard that.
I heard it was the nigga that was homeless with the best.
I heard that one was the
But
best.
that's because they learn to use it for shelter.
But no, get
So
back on topic.
who got the best, Google? So who got the best?
Hey, oh, yep. Can you let us
Can
know?
you answer it?
Oh.
So
I'm
who
gonna get
got?
back on topic.
3, 2, 1. You heard?
I heard.
You heard. Okay.
You heard?
I'm getting back on topic. I ain't answer that shit.
Okay.
You ain't finna get me on trouble.
Okay.
They know my
Okay.
voice.
Let's go.
But no, I feel like toxic people in general are toxic naturally, but all of us have something good about us. So they said women who slob in their sleep give the best head.
That is
That's
not
believable.
true.
I mean, you know, is that not true?
That is
It's
not
a
true.
misreaction.
I say I don't know, but it's believable.
Yeah.
That's not
just
true.
Like they said, just like you sitting here
It's not
saying
true.
toxic women got the best pussy. Hold up. Toxic men have good dick.
I mean,
Because
probably.
y'all do the dumb shit of hitting the crazy spot knowing y'all damn well don't need to.
That's a fact.
I would say with women.
Because y'all don't want y'all name in the
Who
streets
said-
talking about you had lame
Which
dick.
one of y'all? Which
But
one of y'all
look,
said it was?
I ain't gonna lie.
Your man's even
But
agreeing.
that's a fact. But I'm gonna be real with you. Every man got his name in one chick's mouth saying that he was bad. Cause you know what I'm saying? You don't fucked her over like she.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Like,
got
But
one.
that's emotional. I'm talking about
for
physical.
facts. We talking about facts.
Yeah, I'm
We
talking about
facts. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So-
Once you don't piss me off, then yeah, I might say it was lame and all that. We just joking. We know damn well that we was climbing up the wall last night, but we gonna tell our friends it was lame because we don't want her messing with him because I might get a chance to get it again.
Hey, but look, when you too smooth, it don't matter what your friends tell you. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you anything. You good.
And you wonder why I called you what I called you.
All right, where can we find this film?
Let me
Oh,
finish.
go ahead.
You ain't even finished. You
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish.
Cause you.
All right, Kanye.
Cause I kind of fed into I fed that part 2 and part 1 fed into what your depiction of it was.
Okay, but where can we
part
find the
three-
film?
go ahead.
Where can we find this film though? Because this sounds hella interesting.
YouTube.
yeah.
So go on YouTube, Suave the Poet. That's my YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah, go ahead, subscribe.
Right now.
Especially subscribe because
Right now.
I'm trying. I know I'm young, so y'all would expect me to be social media savvy. I hate
That ain't
social
your-
media.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
I
It ain't for
hate
everybody.
it. So that's why I go through the trouble of like this toxic tales because social media is just another source of why we deal with toxic or why we deal with bad relationships or shine a light on
mama
it.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mama.
I ain't gonna say they never existed before, but now it's what's deemed like acceptable. Like let's do it. So part 3 is like after I left her. Like this part 3 comes out in December, so it's just a little synopsis. Part 3 is I finally left, and now something that people don't talk about enough. Part 3 is literally a mental health video about a man stepping back, dealing with his traumas, battling his demons, and loving himself. And then we can go back to part 4, which is now I might be able to go back. And I fell in love with her in that toxic situation, but let me go back and see if I can really love her now because maybe I was the problem. Taking some accountability. Like maybe I was the problem. Now I go back, we get married, have kids, and that's what part 4 is about. So that's really what it is. It's a reverse of what people think it is. But it was perfect because toxic is what's popular.
All right. Y'all make sure y'all check
Hold
it
on.
out, and I'll be checking that out tomorrow.
Hold on. So back to the other topic though. I gotta answer that one. So I want to know y'all answers. Crazy or toxic? Which one?
I think they kind of run
I think they run hand in
You
hand.
say hand in hand?
hand in hand. You know what I
I
mean?
think it's different.
Nah.
And this
Thank
is
you.
me speaking as a woman.
Thank
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
Okay.
All right, so I think crazy is, and maybe it's like I said, it's just me, Miss Google's thoughts. Crazy is I'm blowing up your phone, I'm stalking your Facebook page, I'm hitting you up telling you to come over, I want some dick. When you don't come over, I'm at your job, I'm at your baby mama's house, I'm at your big house, I'm at your homie's house.
Toxic. Toxic.
I know. No.
Keep going.
Let me finish. Get that on camera. But no, for real. I just feel like crazy is doing stuff out of the norm to get that person's attention.
Right.
I love you and I want to be with you, but you're not giving me attention, so I got to do what I got to do to get your attention.
I can get how they differentiate. You're like,
Yeah.
Toxic for me is when I poison your life.
Right.
I'm calling the wife. I'm
Right.
calling the baby mama. I'm calling your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling your job tomorrow.
Right.
Put him on the phone. Oh, he can't come to the phone. Oh, okay, now I'm at your job.
Right.
Toxic to me is when I poison and I infect your life to the point that you can't live your life normally. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I
toxic is.
you know what?
See,
now you're right because I've had both.
Shouts out
I've
to
had
Google
I've
now.
had
All right,
a
Google, that was
crazy.
spot on. I like that.
Yeah, I have had a crazy girl who wasn't that toxic. She was just crazy. She was just so infatuated
Thank you.
with me.
So infatuated, that's the word.
So infatuated with me. I don't know.
we ain't doing it on camera.
Crazy story one time, right? This is from the crazy girl. I'm in Cookout. You know, Cookout got the double line, right? The double line. And so I see one of my friends' cousins. This is just like one of my homies' cousins, a girl that I know. So we just know each other. She like, what's up, killer? What up? What up? And I say, what's up? You know what I mean? I see her in the line at Cookout. We just keep it moving. We get to the line. We get to the speaker at Cookout about to order my food. I look to her and say, like, what you want? She like, I don't want nothing. I was like, yo, we came here because you wanted something to eat. You said, nah, I don't want nothing. I was like, oh, she mad because I was just talking to that girl over there. I'm like, yo, I just know her. I never mess with her. And she was just so crazy. Like, she just, like, yo, women, I'ma know other women. You know what I mean? I'ma know other women. It's just.
And that's just like when you're with us. Like, I'll be in the mall and, like, especially with me, I'm in a motorcycle club, so I know a lot of guys. And if a guy just randomly like, oh, yo, what's up, Google, and hug me, don't look at me sideways. Like, I'm sure he got a vest somewhere saying what club he's from, but just being who I am, I hang
Hey,
with guys.
pass the mic to
I see him over there.
He got something
I
to
see him
say.
over there. But no, I hang out with a bunch of guys, so for me, it's not a disrespect to you as my man. It's a, I was going to give it to him, you patient mother. But it's not a disrespect to you as my man. It's just I know guys, and it's like the same way my homegirls will come up and hug me. Some of these guys who know me as Google, because they're so used to me being on the set, will come up and just hug me.
Mm-hmm. But now one thing before he go, because me and him was coming over here together, right? Mm-hmm. And so like I don't stay in Fayetteville no more, so I stay on the outskirts. Mm-hmm. So, like, I had to leave a little early from the crib because I had to go pick him up. We came here, right? And so, like, my wife was like, where you going? I was like, I'm going to do a podcast interview. And it's like, I do this where I travel to different states and different things. I do things late at night all the time, whether it's going to the studio to record Toxic Tales or do a feature on a rapper song, like a little intro. Like, so I'm out late all the time. And it was like, where you going? But it's like, I don't think I've ever done a podcast this late at night. And so
it's weird, right?
Right. So I said, I'm going to do a podcast interview. She said, oh, I'm going to be checking your location. Because she said, I don't even sound right. That's crazy. You get what I'm saying? And then his old lady told him the same thing. She was like,
her.
I did. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I love crazy, but his old lady did the same thing.
No. Before, I'm going to let you speak. Just one second. That's the problem that
he gonna forget his thought by the time he get, he gonna forget his thought.
So, like you said, so the difference between men and women, y'all will have us shaking hands with the man that y'all but we won't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we know we did something with Shorty, we gonna try the best to avoid her. Cause we know how judgmental y'all
gangster with it.
Oh, that's hard, VR. That's hard, VR.
But why do y'all do that,
though?
So
That's unusual. Can I send that guy out the back door?
Here's my thing. Cause
yeah, I about to get unusual over there in that corner.
No. We finna be real.
Hey, y'all need some boxing gloves?
He's right. There was a whole Facebook page like, what's different between men and women is you hit her, I had to shake his hand. Because it's like this. And I don't want to give away too much.
Don't give away too much game.
They're going to
be on your top.
They're going to be in your inbox heavy.
Hard.
Damn, everybody. No, go ahead and say it, though. We might go viral. Hey, look, it's going to be on the demise of you, but we going to go viral.
So it's like this.
Right here.
Right.
We going to be real with each other.
Okay.
I learned my game from men. I learned how
Which
to
are
play.
the worst women?
The worst.
The worst.
I like how all y'all said it right now. Anyways,
That's what Too Short said.
I learned my game from men. In fact, he knows who I learned my game from.
Lord. True bitch.
Sir.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
Oh, my bad.
You acting unusual.
My bad.
Anyway.
Damn, VR, that's unusual.
But no, it was a group of guys that I was hanging out with, and I watched them. I watched how they play girls, and and my baby daddy was honest, like, you don't have a girl in the same zip code. You get them in different zip codes. So no matter where you are in public, they don't run up on you. The only time they might run up on you is if you're in a club. And I was with him when other females rolled up on him, and I wouldn't react until he said, handle that. Because I already knew what the game was. So watching from men, I learned it's best to keep it up front. It's best that you both can be sitting right here having a conversation and only one of y'all know what's going on. Or maybe neither one of y'all knows what's going on. You know what you do with me. You know what you do with me, but y'all don't know that you're both doing with me.
I don't know.
learned
What
that
happens when
I
we
don't-
start talking?
I don't know.
So that has happened. I'm gonna be real. That has happened. Someone didn't know that he was talking to someone that I was messing with, and he was talking freely. And what happened is I got questioned. Yeah, that was my past. What you want to do about it? Because it's like this. It's my past. Like maybe 5-10 years before I even met you. I can't help who I previously had relationship with. It ain't gonna change. Now, if I had it during your time, it's an issue. But if it's before I even knew you existed, you can't hold that on me. Just like if something happened with you before I knew you knew I existed, I can't hold that weight. But if it happened during the time, that's weight. That's situations we got to deal with. But for you to sit up here and say, "Oh, we have y'all shaking hands," men do that too.
Nah, cause wait. I'm real upfront. So if me and my wife out in public, right, and it's like a chick I might have had the relationships with come with up to me, cause we had them a while ago, right? Like cause me and my wife been together for 6 years, right? So we had them a while ago, and it's like so they might give me a side hug or something, cause they not thinking nothing of it, just like I ain't thinking nothing of it. But as soon as we walk away, I'm be like, yeah, baby, I did that with them. You know what I'm saying? Like. And she just
That's
remember
a
like,
respect
and
thing.
all she gonna say is, "Oh, that's what you like." You know what I'm saying?
Because that's who we are. It's like, because we judgy.
But then at the end of the day, she respected because she know like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like she know like I don't lie. It is what it is. Like I'm gonna say what I gotta say. You're gonna take it, and I want you to be the same way. Like keep it real with me. Like tell me.
But yeah. So guys do it too. It's more girls than guys. But guys do it too. Why are you shaking your head at me?
But hold up, now I'm gonna be on your side a little bit. So the guys in the room might bash me, but that's just because a guy ego too big. So you tell me who you slept with, I'm mad. Versus I tell you who I slept with, your ego is a lot less because you looking down on them automatically. Like I just said, oh, that's what you like. Like you automatically put yourself in a higher position than that female. A guy's ego is too big, so I'm like, oh, this nigga touched you. So that's the difference. That's why
But
females
see,
hide it.
like,
So we created that problem ourselves.
Yeah. But also as a woman, like the first thing you do is look at her and it's like, so okay, she got a big butt. Okay, I can see that. Her teeth fucked up. She don't got a car. Like, so why you smash that? But that's just us as women because we're insecure. The first thing we do is judge. Instead of asking you
I like
why,
how you put that. Yeah.
we judge her. Instead of going to our man and be like, okay, so what made her so special?
So I would say this.
Ooh, that's Rello. Hello.
You did that shit on purpose.
Yes,
Damn,
you did.
VR, that's unusual.
I would say this, like, it depends on that man. Like, nowadays, with me, from the shit I've been through in my past, my previous marriage, I'm cold-hearted. You tell me some shit, I done had some shit told to me, I'd be like, what the fuck ever. Fuck him and fuck you too. That's just me. Like, it's just like, because I'm so scarred with shit, like situations like that, and fuck out of here. That's how I be like, fuck out of here. Like,
Bro, you're gonna have to watch Toxic Tales Part 3, my guy.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I'm definitely gonna tune in.
Straight to you when it come out.
Say no more. Because like that first and second one, we definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah,
most definitely.
My whole Sunday
It's set right now.
Right. Before I watch football, I'm gonna be definitely tapped in.
Definitely got a nice little playlist before the football games tomorrow. Most
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna take another music break, and then we're gonna promise you we're gonna get into why this guy's a poet. All right, man. Great conversation though. Great conversation.
That's why they call it the best conversation.
I think this is the most I've ever talked on the show.
It is. It is.
Great conversation.
You got Miss Google popping out. Shouts out to Suave, you know what I mean? Got her really talking and shit, you feel me?
Absolutely. Great conversation. All right, legendary DJ VI. Drop
Oh, that's
another
hard,
tune
VI.
on us.
That's hard, VI. That's hard, VI. That's hard, VI. That's hard, VI.
I'm an outcast, but I make classes. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Oh, I bring heat, and you brought matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. I'm an outcast, but I make classes. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Oh, I bring heat, and you brought matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. I'm all around, like land, air, and sea. smacked them with the hand that was holding twisted teeth. I just hit some strong, I might call. I watch the bait like David Hasselhoff, and when I'm off, I am on. There ain't a beat I'm skipping. My bed is like some water, and them ladies love skinny dipping. Wonderless, got the game to trust. When I aim, I bust, turn the angel dust. I'm old school, but not the type to write them out. When this is finished, tell me how many curse words do you count? I turned this joint on and rolled up to. Looking at 2021, just confuses you. Storming the Capitol, they try to dismantle and hits and billions to countries, but over here 600's hard to hand out quick. Americans with no love from America, how terrible. Well, I got love for you, that you think I'm an outcast, but I make classes. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Boy, I bring heat, and you broad matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. I'm an outcast, but I made classes. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Boy, I bring heat, and you broad matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. Play this at your next barbecue or cookout. And when you see the sun, well, for your dreams, don't be scared to look out. Well, they make walls, we rip them down with laughter. They laughed before, now they see the after. I bought a box of pins, I get to share stories. LeBron just dropped 40, I told him keep scoring. Well, numbers are important, but so are basics. So I get Ricky Henderson for my stolen bases. I hope your head's nodding and face maxed out. The world has a sickness, it's too late to bring the mask out. Try to gain focus, only you can trust. Let the world watch me like that subscription of that Disney Plus. Angels drop low and play accordions. I'm force heavy with the Mandalorians, so mellowed out two-tone. I recall the drops on 321. Ain't nothing like the 828 and everything that is done. I'm an outcast, but I made classics. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Boy, I bring heat, and you broad matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. I'm an outcast, but I made classics. I'm an outlast, cause I'm a savage. Boy, I bring heat, and you broad matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest. That's right. Boy, I bring heat, and you broad matches, and your style's weak, and I'm with the baddest.
Check.
Oh, that's hard, VI. That's hard, VI.
Chill. Welcome back, y'all. Best Conversations podcast. Suave the Poet, Mr. 4K himself. DJ VI.
You know it.
Legendary DJ VI.
You know
I got
it.
legendary in
We
front
in
of
here.
him. And Miss Google but on the productions. So what got you into poetry? Let's start right there, coming back from break.
Yeah, how'd you get into poetry? How'd you get into spoken word and poetry?
I feel like it's a redundant answer because I done said it so many times in my life. Because that's a popular question, right? Because especially like I put myself in platforms like this, right? Because I'm a different type of poet. Like I like to stay level with what I enjoy. Like I put myself in environments that I feel like I fit in. So, but poetry is different in those environments.
Right.
But it was an accident. Like I'm saying, it's a simple answer. It was an accident. I was in my senior year. I was dealing with 3 different females. One I had been with for probably well over a year or 2, and she went to one school at one point. She went to Westover at first.
Okay.
Then she transferred to E. Smith, and then so the 2 chicks also went to E. Smith, right? And I went to 71st, so it was like I thought I could play this game,
right?
You know, and then they all kind of found out about each other, but none of them
found out about each other, and they all went to different schools.
No, they all went to Smith.
Oh, they all went. Oh,
I went to first. They all went to Smith.
Oh, they all went to Smith.
So they all found out about each other, but at the same time, it was like they ain't care. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I kept playing the game, right? So I'm like, damn, shit, I don't know which route I want to go. And I honestly don't know. So like, I started writing raps in 4th grade, right? So I was a rapper for like a quote unquote for a very long time, and I gave that up in 9th grade. So I already had the writing skills. I don't think I stopped rapping ever because of writing skills. It was more because of flow, delivery, just different things. I didn't feel like I had that. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like you might have a flow, no skill writing, no delivery. You can say you might got one or the other, but you got to have all of them, in my opinion. So I stopped that. But so my senior year, I was dealing with that situation, and I wrote this poem. It was called Bridges. And it was like, which bridge am I going to take? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to take the one that I've known for the longest because I feel like it's secure? Or am I going to go down this bridge that I don't know what the route is? This bridge looks like it's falling a little bit, but it's still tempting. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I wrote a poem. And honestly, I sent it to one of them. I sent it to one, like, she was like, just one of the smartest women I ever met.
Question before you keep going. I know you're 26. Was people still in your age bracket still writing letters back then? Was that still a thing?
In high school, like my senior year.
Because I know y'all know about the letters.
I know the letters.
Yeah.
I know, what's it called? Color, song, date, movie, like
location.
Location.
All the other shit. But that ass, I never got one. Never got one.
So
that's a fact.
Was they still doing the letters back then?
Not when I wrote this poem, not in senior year now. Like, we was past that. Like, I think my senior social media had started popping while I was in high school. So the letters stopped. It was DMing, and things like that, right? Or what was it? That's what I felt. And Kick. K-I-K.
Kick was it.
Boy,
K-I-K.
I wish I could get into my Kick just to laugh. Like, Kick, bro, Kick. But yeah, so I sent it to her because, like I said, she's one of the most smartest women I ever met.
Right.
So I wanted her opinion more on the writing.
Right.
I know she realized that she was a part of it, but I don't think that's what she was mature for her age, so she didn't care. Like, so it was like she read it, and she was like, yo, this is like one of the dopest poems I ever read. So it was like, I gave me a little motivation to keep writing a little bit, but then I stopped. Cause I hang out with niggas like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Keys looking like, wow.
If y'all can see off the camera.
I hang out with guys like this, like, motherfucking real ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, if that make you feel better, all right? So that's the type of people I hang out with. So I was like, they used to make jokes, this poet ass nigga and shit like that, right? So, like, it just was not a concern or, like, a priority for me. Like, it was just something that I did. I realized I was skillful. And then, like I said, I went to the Army. In basic training, I ended up going with the one I was with the longest. That's who I stayed with. So, I'm basic.
Let's go and get this out of the way because these two Army Negroes right here going. Where'd you go to basic?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and tell us.
You got it or I got it?
I mean, you tell us where you went to basic at.
I went to Fort Leonard Wood.
I went to Fort Benning.
You infantry.
I was a tanker.
Oh, okay.
I had OSET. I ain't have no AIT.
Straight OSET, yup.
Straight through drill sergeants the whole way.
From day one all the way to day last day.
Ain't no soft. Ain't no nothing. Like, I got my phone probably twice the whole time I was there.
Well, you went. When did you go? 2000 what?
14.
Oh, you went in the soft age.
I mean,
I'm just gonna be honest.
Nah, that's a fact though.
I'm just gonna be honest.
They won't put hands on people and stuff, but you won't go put hands on me no way.
Google went before me. 08.
Okay.
See, that's why I knew she was gonna do that.
Basic, baby. I was BDU.
But where did you go?
Jackson.
That shit don't count. We don't even talk. So
back
to Leonardwood. You was in Oklahoma, right?
Missouri.
Okay, hold on. So anyway, go ahead and tell us your story. She said she went to basic training, but she said she went to Jackson.
I would say this.
I was at Benning for airborne school.
Yep.
Okay.
Respect. I was at Delta Company at airborne school.
Yep. So I would say, like, honestly, it depends on when you went to basic, because I went in the middle of.
Y'all had stress cards, for Christ's sakes.
Who?
Him.
We did. That's a fact.
What's a stress card?
But hold on. I just don't think. I mean, so in general, yes. But in my unit or whatever specifically, like, I had drill sergeants with cases against them because of the stress card. Like, it was one dude pull his stress card. The drill sergeant said, "Man, fuck that shit." Threw that shit on the ground. Like, my drill sergeant still didn't care. Like, I had old school drill sergeants, so like, they won't let you pull no motherfucking stress card. Like,
the fact that you had one, that's the point.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's the point. They had them, and you seen your phone at least 2 times.
My drill sergeant made us take
until AIT. After AIT.
No, I got my phone
2 times whole time. AIT.
No, I got my phone before graduation, and that's me going to buy a phone because I didn't have one.
See, I didn't even see my shit.
And they took it.
I seen that shit. Like I said, they gave us that shit when we left basic to go to AIT, get the AIT, Give me that phone. Damn.
You didn't have your phone in AIT?
Hell no, not in no Littlewood. Now when I went to Virginia.
Okay, I forgot.
When I went to Fort Lee.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fort Lee. You should have had your
Fort
phone.
Littlewood, man. 62 Bravos weren't having that shit. Hell no, them engineers.
I don't think they know where we record at, but we definitely giving ourselves away because they got to be like, these niggas got to record in Fort Bragg or Fayetteville.
The thing is,
or something.
For you to say that,
because
for you to say that, you can't say that.
we be having all the Army people coming through here, boy.
You can't say
all
that,
the Army people.
Because it's just you travel so much from being in the military.
Because like you say that, like to say this. My whole thing is, yes, we live in North Carolina and all that stuff, but prime example, I never seen Fort Bragg.
Were you at Bragg?
No, I've worked on Bragg before, but I've never actually been stationed at Bragg.
Yeah, I was the only one stationed on Bragg.
Who's MOS?
Mike.
You went to Virginia?
Yeah, I went to Virginia. I started at Jackson, then I went to Virginia.
For engineer. That's when they moved to engineers at the time. If he would have stayed. Yeah, because they was out there, like I said, that's how I know, because I was in Leonardwood. I was an engineer for the class, but by the time y'all went in, they didn't change that and change the number and everything, because I think it falls under the 91 series, with the 62 series.
Y'all giving Jackson, y'all listen.
They giving Jackson too much credit.
Relaxing,
my
Jackson.
drill sergeant, he was old school. Like I had an infantry drill sergeant. Like he was like, yeah, I like to work out the cats crying. He was crazy. 10.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm about to have my homeboys go pick up my little. You good?
What?
He done kicked somebody. My drill sergeant was on that.
Yeah, same with mine. I had one that was I had 3 that was infantry, 288 Mike.
Yep.
2 of them was chemical, and rest from 11 series. All of them. They just came, and I had 2 that was fresh off a tour.
Oh,
fresh off a tour.
Ready.
That motherfucker kicking
I
everybody.
had one fresh off a tour.
I had one with a whole grill in his mouth. He was from Texas. I never get his name. Drill Sergeant Reese.
My first sergeant had a grill. My first sergeant at AIT at Papa Company had a full grill in his
Why
bottom
that
mouth.
sound like First Sergeant Vaughn? That's who it sounds like.
Big black guy?
Bald head?
Chevy Avalanche.
Traded and got a Nissan Titan by the time
I don't know. When I was at he had a Chevy Avalanche.
We talking about the same right person.
Because we made a whole cadence about his car. That's how I remember he had a Chevy Avalanche.
Yeah, we talking about the same person.
All right, let's get back to Suave the Poet. All right,
that military talk get real, bro.
Military talk get real, Vi. Me and Vi just
we just be like, what? 87 Bravo. Like I'll be like.
So what's the difference between like motivational speaker and and what you do? Is it the same? Is it you do both? What's the difference?
I think motivation speaking is like the primary goal of mine. It's just like I get drugged into so many different other avenues, but like motivational, I like to use my poetry as motivation because I think I bring spoken word to a different level that you're not taught in high school or you're taught in school in general. So like being able to go back into the schools and give them that type of spoken word, and then they realize that this is a type of outlet that they can use to write, and they're like, oh, okay. And then they see me doing it in my image and my appearance, and it makes them feel more comfortable with them doing it. Because like, again, like I was saying, like they used to say, you poet-ass nigga, right, blah, blah, blah. But now when they see someone like me doing it up on the stage or whatever, they feel more confident, like, oh, well, if he's doing it, then I can do it. So I think like that's who I am. Like I use motivational poetry. I mean, I do, like I said, I get put into so different many other avenues because I'm Suave the Poet. So I got to do the Suave part.
What's one of the in the beginning stages when you're doing your poetry now, and I can imagine it's a ton of open mics back then. Take me back to one of the first times you really feel like you killed it, you nailed it, like you got that standing ovation when it was hitting the and all that. This nigga, ain't that what happened?
Well, I mean, so when you really go hard, they clap. Right? But I think the first time that happened is this open mic in Raleigh. It's called City Soul. So I had been doing poetry since 2015. And I think I did this open mic in 2018. And I think so between that whole time span, I had one performance in between there where I had the audience crying and like clapping because I proposed to my wife through a poem.
Ooh, that's
right
deep.
at a live event. Like they booked me to be a feature out in Lawrenceburg, North Carolina.
That's where we're from.
Right, and so I did it.
That's where we're from.
And like they was super hyped, but I was reading off an index card, so like the performance
They
still
booked you
wasn't
in Lawrenceburg
comfortable.
where?
Why does it sound like the
It was. I don't know. Like it was like a little suit shop on the corner. Like it was in like little buildings, like little market. Like all the buildings look run down. So I really couldn't tell you.
Sounds like Lawrenceburg.
It was in downtown.
Sound like downtown Lawrenceburg at that.
Yeah, facts.
Dang.
So they had like some little fashion show they booked me at. This was like I said back then. But I think my first where I was actually no phone, no book, no nothing in front of me, like real performance. I felt confident. I never forget. I had a full leg brace on and one crutch. And I went to City Soul, Raleigh, North Carolina. I went up there. I did this poem. Actually, this poem is in Toxic Tales Part 1. And it was the first poem I ever did where I felt comfortable. I got into it. I used my hands. I had no phone. And I took that leap of faith from the phone to the non-phone era. And everybody, like, ate it up. And, like, that was, like, to me, one of my defining moments where I'm like, all right, I think it's time. Like, I'm here. I finally arrived. Like, the practice is over. It's time to play the game. So
Right.
All right. So we're gonna get in one more music break, and we're gonna let you collect your thoughts because I know you got a poem you're gonna drop on us tonight, and also we got facts or fiction with Miss Google as well. So we're gonna take another music break with the legendary DJ Vi, and we're gonna come back.
Don't forget the legendary.
let's do it.
And we're gonna drop, and you're gonna drop that poem on
Bang,
us.
bang, bang.
Best Conversations podcast.
Yep. 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 Who am I? Local brother named Merkside. Flood the scene and went worldwide. Skip the porch and went outside. Check the boy my mama made. Hennessy on my granny grave. Legacy for my father's name. Hit the road, I'm getting paid. Had friends, but they all left. On wish death, but you dead to me. Used to call me dead broke, now it's day lost. They ain't getting paid, but it's my fault. Late night jobs at my granny house. I want shit, I was in and out. We don't speak shit, we don't know about. Now I'm the man and you're in doubt. Yeah, I was out here chasing hoes. I was outside, going broke over nonsense. I was outside steady scheming. Surrounded by some heathens who don't play about my body, so don't touch me, and I mean it. Yeah, I was outside. You was never there, we was making moves, you was hella scared. Let's hit the road, you was unprepared. Top 20, I ain't make the list. Riding foreign with your main chick. You the man and I'm the shit. Nigga, fuck your top list. Used to make songs about women, now I won't even name them. I'll DM them to hire them, won't even pay them. There's no one in my city that can reach my level. I'm an NC State fan, but you're dancing with the devil. I went away just to come back, just to make a stack, made another stack. Went broke, made it all back. In no time, they won't hearing that. They was hating me, they was doubting me. That same nigga say proud of me. I ain't looking for no apology, just wanna make your top 3 niggas. Yeah, I was out here chasing hoes. I was outside, going broke over nonsense. I was outside steady scheming. Surrounded by some heathens who don't play about my body, so don't touch me, and I mean it. Yeah.
Best Conversations podcast. We doing something new this time. We got Suave the Poet. He's gonna hit us with some poetry. Let's get it.
All right, so this is one of my favorite current pieces right now. So I'm smooth and clean like a bar of soap. That's why they call me Suave. The poetry just follows after because that's my natural gift from God, and I'm protected like I got soul ties with Annalise, but I'm still serving bars. My punchlines pack power like they playing on stars. And when it's game time, you think I was in med school because my poetry saves lives, just not literal scars. And most importantly, poetry prevented a lot of late nights in ERs because poetry changed me. See, most people change with this idea of, I want to become a better me. I changed with the idea of I ain't want my kids only knowing a letter me. only being able to have conversations looking up to a place you can't travel with a visa. But when I said it to old me, I felt like everybody I love left like the eye of Lisa. See, one thing people hate the most is when they can no longer defeat you. Pain is the greatest teacher, better than a lecture or professor. Most people fear the idea of monsters, but depression is the scariest creature. See, poetry gave me hope. My poetry is like Dave Chappelle's stand-up. It always serves a purpose, but it's deeper than a joke. It's madness in my method, man. I want to see how high poetry could take me, but no tote. See, my poetry been awakening consciousness before social media created this idea of woke. I just want my poetry to help people get out of their own way because we the only ones who can give us hope. I wonder if Peel will sign off on that last line, so I'm going to direct your attention back to the last line that I wrote. I just want my poetry to help people get out of their own way because we the only ones who can give us hope. Signed, a sincere poet, Suave the Poet.
Woo! Amazing. Man, wow. Deep.
Miss Google, you want the mic stand back?
Shit like that.
Shit like that. Best Conversations Podcast. Amazing.
Super.
So we
amazing.
every week we do this thing. We like to have a little fun with the guests. And so we do this thing called Facts or Fiction with Miss Google. She's going to throw out some random shit, and we're going to, see if it's a fact or it's a fiction. It's some real shit or some fake shit.
Right.
So here we go.
All right, because this is show 91, we're going to do some 91 facts. Cool?
Let's get it.
Y'all
Let's get it.
Rello's like, no.
I was 96.
Oh, shit, boy.
But I'm going to try.
You say that one more time, this show not going to air. Because you making us all feel old.
Make us all feel old.
I was born in 86, okay?
Boy.
There we go.
It's already out there.
Yeah, it's too late. All right. So the first one is, in 1991, the person of the year was Bill Gates. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Oh, that shit sound like some dumb shit to be a fact.
Damn, 91 though. Nah, hell no. Not Bill Gates.
I'm going to go.
I'm gonna say Trump.
I'm going to go fact.
You say Trump?
Yeah.
That's your answer? Anybody else want to speak who they think it might be?
I want to say it was a sports star.
Okay.
I don't know exactly
No,
which
you're
one,
fine.
but I want to
It's
say it was
just
a sports star.
Anybody else? Cool.
Oh, Bill Cosby. 91.
In 91, yeah, we can give it to him in 91. In 91. All right. So actually, it was Ted Turner.
Oh yeah.
From TNT?
Yeah, because he had TNT.
And
Yo,
that's
he
what TNT just really
he had TNT. He had TBS. He had wrestling.
WCW.
He had WCW,
WCW.
which he didn't want.
Yeah,
Ted Turner. Yeah, he was busting it.
Because WCW used to air on TBS.
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
Early 90s.
It was only on cable. It was only on cable.
That was WWF was around, or WWF.
Yeah, it was.
No. It was WWF.
WWF.
It was Attitude Era. It was the best era of wrestling.
Yeah, so
WWF was definitely
the golden.
the best.
Yeah, that was.
WWF. Yeah.
Especially when they was doing like Saturday night main event and shit like that.
Before I cared about any girl, it was all wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
It was wrestling.
For sure.
All right. So in 1991, the mushroom was making a comeback for haircuts.
We all black here, so
right. That's like
yeah.
I was gonna say
it's all good. It's all good, but
I can guarantee you nobody.
All right, can I have
in here was getting no fucking mushroom.
Can I have a time, like, what is it called? Because there's something I need to know. Yeah, there's something I need to know.
It's a rocker.
But I think I want to say no, like a thing from a timeline, like you could
ask the phone a friend or something like that.
Not phone a friend. I need a fun fact. So I'm gonna say, what year did Strictly Business come out? That's gonna answer. That's gonna answer my question.
Strictly Business.
Anybody?
Put the phone up. Put the phone up.
No, well, yeah. Come on, you gotta give me that.
I don't know when Strictly Business came out.
I want to say that's 93. Oh, you don't have a phone. All right, so let me look.
I want to say 93.
I want to say 93 too.
I want to say 93. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't have a phone. Google is out of commission right now.
91.
Okay, yes. It was the haircut at the time.
Okay, that's
That's
he
my.
had a reason for that. So do y'all roll with VI?
I'm rolling with VI.
I'm rolling with him too.
I'm definitely rolling with the legendary.
Rolling with him till the wheels fall off. Let's go.
I hate you. Because that was the cheat code.
No, it wasn't. But you got to remember Halle Berry.
You answer a question with a question. That's a cheat code. That's supposed to be for fun.
Halle Berry was it. She was the one who made the haircut legendary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now you see how it comes back to us, Halle Berry.
Okay,
When that movie dropped, everybody was getting them joints.
Wait a
Even
minute.
Queen Latifah had
Hold
one.
on, wait a minute.
So the mushroom cut is like that.
Down,
weird,
and then
shades on the
so
side.
it curls here, and then it's like faded here, faded in the back.
In my mind, I thought the mushroom was like some white shit.
Nah, it's like a mushroom.
Oh,
It looks like a mushroom.
The one.
I thought it was.
That's why when he was like, we're all black people. No,
I thought it was.
no,
I thought it was some
I'm
white
saying
shit.
like this.
I thought it was like some
know,
mullet.
The one your aunt used to, when that aunt.
Bamboo
Like
earrings.
bowl cut,
Bamboo
type
earrings.
thing.
Yeah.
You walk in her
That's what I
room,
thought you was talking
Rope
about.
chain.
This is
Yeah.
freaking hairstyle.
You know how you walk
Yeah.
in a room and smell like Dove and
Oh,
gold, big
gotcha.
hoop earrings,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
chains, but the chains and stuff.
That's it.
That's it.
That was that era.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, New Jack City.
Yeah,
that
New
would have
Jack
been my
City.
second.
Oh, girl, what was her name? Keisha? Was it Keisha? No. What
can't
was her
remember.
name?
Are you got one more Google?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I got one more. I'm just waiting for him to get done.
I can't think. Go ahead. My bad.
Since my team is undefeated, we're gonna go with this question.
Little sports.
Yeah, we're going to sports.
It's gotta be a bull question.
What'd you say, sir?
It's gotta be a Bulls question.
Nope,
Let's go.
that would be too easy for y'all.
Eagles.
It's an
question.
No,
Eagles
it's
question.
football.
Oh, it's
I
football?
said my team
Eagles.
is football.
I
No,
said
it's not about the
Eagles.
Eagles. It's just about football.
All right,
Okay,
let's go.
got
But
you.
no, Bulls is too easy with you three. That's why I don't do Bulls questions with y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't do Knicks questions then.
I mean, but y'all my Bulls. So
Yeah.
that's why I
Right.
can't do that. You know, triangle, bitch.
Nigga.
Haha. Stop pump faking and come on out.
We throwing shots tonight.
Stop pump faking.
In 1985, the Dolphins beat the undefeated Bears to keep their undefeated streak. So Dolphins and Bears were both undefeated, but the Dolphins beat the Bears to keep their streak undefeated, but the Bears lost. I know, two teams y'all don't follow. That's why I love
You
it.
said 1985.
85.
1985. Yeah, I know. Before
I think that's
I
a
know
fact though.
That's
The Bears won the Super Bowl in
They
85.
did. They won
That
in
was that one
85.
undefeated
though.
They
was
did
not
win in the
undefeated.
85.
They was not
I know they weren't undefeated for a fact. Not when they won the Super Bowl.
It's only been one undefeated team was the Dolphins in like 79 or something like that. Or
I thought
80, something like
New
that.
England did it.
New England didn't win the Super Bowl. They got beat by the
New England
Giants.
They lost.
Oh, they
Lost to the
lost.
Giants.
To
By the wild card Giants at that. Let's make sure we throw that out
So,
there.
That David was it David Tyree
fact or
catch?
fiction?
I want to say that's a fiction.
Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna slide with fact.
Fact.
I'm gonna go with fact too.
You're wrong. It's a fact.
It was a fact. Okay.
The Bears won, but they wasn't undefeated when they won.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how it's tricky.
Got you.
Walter Payton was great, but I mean, I know they had to lose something.
Yes, sir. All right. Hope you have fun playing along at home. This was Fact or Fiction with Miss Google. We still here with Suave the Poet. You not author. You not only a poet, you also an author. You wrote a book. Speak on that.
It's called A Fairy Tale That Never Ends. So I originally released it in 2018. Originally, it was written in 21 days. I went to, I believe I was in Texas, and I was in the field. I was in the military. So I was in the field for 21 days, right? And so, like, the cover of the book, the original cover, was actually taken on an iPhone of the mountains in the field while the sun was setting.
Colleen.
I put it. No, I think I was in El Paso.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was in El Paso.
Okay.
So I took it. I was in the mountains, took the picture, sun setting, and then I ended up using it for the cover. It's written with a chick from, well, shoot, she moved all over. She was in Cali then. I actually think she's in Texas now.
Wow.
So I wrote it with her. We wrote it in 21 days. I used that picture, made it into a cover, and then we put it out. And like it was so popping that this company from California actually called me, offered me $10,000 to buy the book from me. Right?
Oh, wow.
I denied it. I was like, you know what I'm saying, $10,000. Even though like $10,000 in a lump sum is something for anybody. That's how I feel, right?
Yeah.
But it was just me thinking, okay, well, if this book is that popular or that popping, why would I sell my book for $10,000 and then y'all believe in it, so it might make millions or whatever. So anyway, I decided this year that we were going to recompose it, rewrite it, re-edit it, get a new cover made by actual, graphic designer, the whole nine, and we put it back out. We put it out on Barnes & Noble, and it actually, for one day, you know what I'm saying? I'm a still rep for one day. It was the best-selling poetry book in the world.
Damn right. Better put that shit
And the
out.
second day, it was the number 2. The third day, it was the number 4. It did make the number 5, and then it was in the top 50 best poetry books in the world for a month straight. Dang. And it was the number 2 new poetry release in the world for a month straight. And that was only behind the new poet laureate of the United States.
Damn, that's dope.
Y'all better snap it up on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
You
dope.
can't say clap it and snap.
I said snap it up. I said snap, because I got this mic in my hand.
Absolutely. So when it's all said and done, what do you want the legacy to be, man? You wear many hats, and you do a lot, man. You're in the community. You're writing books. Your poetry is amazing. When it's all said and done, you're a family man. You're a father. You're a husband. When it's all said and done, what do you want the legacy to be?
It's kind of two different ones. So like obviously I want to remain, like, my kids are my top priority, right? So when I say leave a legacy for them, I mean leave generational wealth. I think that's a word that's played with too much these days because, people try to use it on social media again, back to the same, and sell courses, fake courses or whatever, and that's how they make their money. But I want to realistically leave generational wealth for my kids. And then on the brand side, when you talk about me as a businessman, me as Suave the Poet, the whole nine, I really don't care to leave a legacy in poetry. I care more to leave a legacy as far as what I've done in the community, the mentorship, all of those things. I feel like everything I do now, even when it's like directing and writing films, is what they're starting to call it, doing poetry or mentorship in schools, communities, like everything that I do, I feel like poetry plays a part in it, but poetry is never really the focus anymore. Like I feel like being a businessman and helping other poets is more important to me. But it's just like the skill just don't go away. Like it's there, so I can't help that.
There it is. There it is. Any last questions, guys, before we let him go?
No, man. I mean, it's all
I want to know
solidified.
who did them shoes, though, because them things is
So
dope,
the
son.
shoes is actually done by the cameraman's old lady,
okay.
Dice Customs. Find her on Instagram. She did my shoes. I got shoes done for my daughter, my son. Like she go crazy with it. And I think she make clothes now too a little bit, right? More so kids, like jean clothes and stuff like that. But yeah, she do customs. And actually, like, I mean, she got shoes that look way better than this. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing compared to her actual talent. So,
She's got mad talent.
That's on.
Yup.
Check my foot. You gotta take your shoes off. Show the camera.
You ain't got these.
so yeah,
Gotta check those out, man.
it's got the logo on the side, and then on this side, hold on.
Gotta top it up.
You got the laugh now, cry later. Because as you can see, one of these arms is tatted on there. That's just always been something that I've been into for. Oh, I don't know if y'all can hear me. That's just always been something I've been into for a while. It's a laugh now, cry later, because I felt like that was the motto I was living by. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I play with these women, until they start messing with me. Then, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm in my feelings.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout outs. Give some shout outs, man. Shout out to the people who need to be shouted out, and shout out to social media as well.
So I mean, it's a lot of people I can shout out.
Man, take your time. Take your time. I don't want nobody to be left out.
Keys, for instance,
Shout out to
you know
Keys.
what I'm saying? He here with me. That's my main man. He go with me pretty much everywhere. He does photography, security. He gets on podcasts with me sometimes.
Oh, he'll beat a nigga up for you.
Oh, I mean, it's on him right now.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I promise you, he good. You know what I'm saying? But he does podcasts. He actually streams gaming. Like he got his own stuff going on. But at the end of the day, like he's my right hand when it comes to this. Like he go with me everywhere. My wife, she's a crucial part of my team.
Yeah, you better shout her.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not just one of those shout outs so I don't go home and get in trouble. Like, nah, legit. Like that woman, she changed my whole life. The route I was going and just everything. So I don't feel like I could do Lost Voices, which is my poetry organization. I don't feel like I could be Suave the Poet, the brand, successfully without her in my corner, because I just burned a lot of bridges early just because of my mentality and who I was. So she's definitely vital. She's a stay-at-home mom just so that I can do the things I need to do. So that's, some people be like, oh, well, she got it made. Like, nah, that's not an easy lifestyle until you live it, right? Like, you realize, like, it's not easy. Keandra Kelly, that's, like, my project manager. So, like, the event we did today, she pretty much coordinated a lot of it, getting the sponsors, the donations. So she's a crucial part of my team. Shout out to Chop. Chop been off the scene for a while, you know what I'm saying, dealing with his own things, but that was my original cameraman, or while he just did security. But, you know, that's my main man. Shout out to Nick Corman. I don't know if you ever heard of him, NDC_poetry. I think it's just NDC Poetry now. Mm-hmm. He's a up and coming poet. Like I'm talking about, went viral on TikTok. Jeremiah Kelly, he's also in Lost Voices. Jay Wills, that's also in Lost Voices in my poetry organization. Jay Wills actually is a rapper though, but he's more like a J. Cole. He's the first rapper I ever really put on to the organization just because of his style. So I hope I ain't miss anybody. If I did, you know what I'm saying, just because I had a little bit of do say. But then I'm Suave the Poet. Follow me on Instagram, Suave the Poet 2.0. YouTube, Suave the Poet. TikTok, Suave the Poet. I don't really get on Twitter, but I think it's Suave the Poet on there as well. Like I said, I'm really trying to get into the swing of social media because like I've always hated it. Instagram is like my primary source right now. Just since July, I've grown like 1,000 followers because I actually said, I did this thing called Summer Suave, where I was like, you know, you got to get out your own way. Because I was always into the old school mentality, even though I'm young. And I wanted to hit the streets. Like I didn't care what social media thought of me because it's like I had so many connections in real life and reality. So I was like, whatever. But then I realized social media is a very valuable tool. So I took the time and I was like, you know, I'm going to put together a social media campaign. I'm going to start promoting. I'm going to start doing different things, paying for ads, all the different things. And like I said, just since July, I've grew 1,000 followers. And, you know, I'm going to keep going with that. But, you know, that's it. That's pretty much it.
Yes, sir. Sure. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming, guys. You got any shout-outs before we get up out of here?
No, I mean, Rello, you good?
I'm good. But wait, I got to throw one out. Okay. Shout out to our shooter, though. Hold your head, girl.
Yes.
Okay. I want to shout out my brothers, Rello the Prince, my other brother, Devon McKinnon, because, you know what I mean, they're doing a lot of big things. Rello got some big news coming up here soon. You know what I mean? He'll share them when he's ready to share them.
Sure.
And I want to shout out Miss Google, man, because she's just amazing at what she do behind the scenes.
She was very professional.
Just keeping very professional, right?
Very professional. Like, you know what I'm saying? The communication the whole time was clear and crisp. So, yeah, big shout out to Miss Google.
Thank you. Y'all make it easy. Like, we joke about the triangle, but y'all make it so easy. Like, I really do feel like Phil Jackson. Like, I just show up. Y'all got this. I don't need to do nothing. Yeah. I really feel that way. And it's just because the bond we have with each other. And as long as we keep this rolling, like, this is going to be amazing.
Yes. It's got to be the one you got to calm down some.
I need you to stop.
It's Robin right there.
My bad. Best Conversations Podcast, episode 91. Thank you again, Suave the Poet, for coming. Shout out to you
for having me.
Absolutely. And this is how it goes, VI. Keep God first, and everything else will work itself out. I know y'all was wondering, like, when I was gone, like, how he end the show?
Yeah, but no, we let Rello end it the way he wanted to, so it was all Rello.
So, yes. So keep God first. I promise everything will work itself out. Episode 91. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love.